Long ago, under a moon-filled night sky, a small child-sized figure climbed quickly from the waters of a nearby river and scampered onto the ground. It looked like a hunched monkey, except it had no fur. Instead, yellow and green fish scales covered its body, and it carried a tortoise shell on its back. It had a large indentation at the top of its head, as if its skull had collapsed there. It was a kappa, a vampire creature descended from the monkey messenger of the river god. Tonight it looked upon a tethered cow in the field and knew the cow's blood would serve well as a filling meal. But the kappa struggled with the cow, and in that fight the cow's rope trapped the kappa's arm. With a great lurch, the cow broke free of the kappa's grasp, but as she did, the entangled rope tore the kappa's arm from its body, and the kappa slunk off to the river, leaving its arm behind. The next morning, the farmer, who was called Old Man of Whistling Reeds, found the kappa's arm, and he knew the kappa would come again to retrieve it. He waited until that night, and the kappa did indeed return. "Please give me my arm," the kappa begged. "I can attach it to my body as long as 3 days have not passed." But Old Man of Whistling Reeds was wise and knew the stories of the kappa, although he had never seen one himself. He knew the kappa was trustworthy and polite and would always keep a promise. "I will give you this arm," said Old Man of Whistling Reeds, who was a greedy thought himself clever. "If you promise me one thing, give me the treasures held by the 7 gods of luck." The kappa bowed slightly and water spilled from the indentation in its head. "I cannot give you what I do not own," it said, "but I can tell you how to get the treasures for yourself. I shall return tomorrow night with the knowledge you require, but I will need my arm first." And although Old Man of Whistling Reeds was selfish and untrustworthy and looked at the world that way, he knew the kappa's promise would bind it and it would return the next night. So he gave the arm back, and the kappa attached it quickly and ran off to the water. The next night, the kappa did indeed return. Old Man of Whistling Reeds had been waiting for it while sitting on a mat woven out of grass. The kappa spoke. "There is a dish of boiled rice created by the food god ukemochi, when prepared by the best sushi master of all the world, with the best fish of all the world, on the last night of the old year. It will become a poison so strong it will rival the sake Susanoo gave to the 8-headed dragon Yamata no Orochi. Given to the 7 gods of luck, it will cause them to sleep for 3 days. Here you will find the treasures you seek." Old Man of Whistling Reeds felt greed and desire build inside him. He craved the treasures of the 7 gods of luck. "Where do I find this dish of rice?" Old Man of Whistling Reeds asked. "That rice is gone," said the kappa. However, Ukemochi crafted a recipe on the mulberry paper that can create the same dish. He gave this as a gift to Susanoo, the storm god. But Susanoo rejected the gift, fearing it was mean to kill him, and he ripped the paper into 8 pieces, which he blew on the wind and scattered throughout the land. And with that, the kappa bowed and went back to the river, its promise fulfilled. In the years that followed, Old Man of Whistling Reeds hunted for the 8 pieces of mulberry paper, searching the mountains and lakes. But as time went on, he grew older and stooped, and soon gave his task to his 4 children. They too searched, and they too became old, and stooped, and gave their task to their own children. And on this went for many years and many generations. It is said now, as rumors go, that the long-extended family of Old Man of Whistling Reeds still searches for the 8 pieces of the mulberry paper to this very day. And if they ever find all the puzzle pieces they will need, the best sushi master of all the world to make the boiled rice of ukemochi. And then they will have the key to claim the great treasures of the gods for themselves.